What's up everyone, we're going to be going through the best NBA player props on Prizepicks today. Now I did want to show you the results from yesterday's picks from my exclusive Discord group, and as you guys see, we actually got 20 picks correct, which was absolutely insane. Now a lot of you comment wanting to see how many I got wrong, and I thought I'd show you in today's video. We only got 2 picks wrong and got 20 right, which is a 90% win rate. Yes guys, you heard that right, 90% win rate. So we're on a huge hot streak, but if you want to get a 90% win rate and get 20 picks right like me, win more bets and receive the best picks from some of the best bettors in the world for less than a cup of coffee, you can access the exclusive Discord and meet some of the best sport bettors in the game by joining my Patreon. Should be a link down below in the description. Once you join, you'll have complete access to the Discord and can start winning more bets today. So make sure to join my Patreon using the link in the description. And here's one of our members who just signed up and won himself $750 just yesterday. Another member who won $450 for the 5th day in a row since joining my Discord. So guys, if you want to win big money like our members, the link will be in the description, so go join the Patreon to have access to the Discord group, and I will be continuing to upload every single day on this channel the best bets and props, so make sure to subscribe so you don't miss my daily uploads. Alright, so let's get straight into the first pick. And when it comes to these picks, I'm not saying to chuck all of them into a parlay and hope for the best. Pick and choose the ones that you like and the ones that work best for you. So first pick we're talking about is Max Christie, and this one is for 15.5 points and this one is for less. So as you all know, Max Christie is a part of his new team and he has done a great job, but when it comes to the points department, he's definitely seen a decrease in his usage rate. So far, his average over the last 5 is 7, and he has gone on the under in 5 out of the last 5 games. Now, when it comes to this matchup, they do face off against none other than the Milwaukee Bucks. It is going to be a very exciting game, but when we look at the Milwaukee Bucks, we do see that they rank 12th when it comes to points allowed. So they rank pretty well when it comes to, restricting points to any team. But on top of that, Milwaukee Bucks also do a great job at restricting points to the guard position, which is what Max Christie is. So we definitely see him going on the under here. Christie is more of a defensive player. Yes, he does get a bucket here and there, but his usage rate has definitely been very inconsistent. And on top of that, very low. And I think this line is just a little bit too high, that there's still a lot more value actually to go on the under. When it comes to a team like Dallas, yes, they have lost a couple of players due to injury, but we see other players taking more of the points usage rate rather than Max Christie. So that's a big reason why we do very much like the under for this situation here. All signs really do point towards the under for this one. So for that reason, Max Christie, 15.5 points for less, I think is a fantastic pick. Now, getting into the next one, we're going to be talking about none other than Kyle Filipowski. So, as we all know, Kyle Filipowski, great player, and this one is a fantastic one for points, rebounds, and assists, so PRA, for 27.5, and this one is for less. Now, look at Kyle Filipowski. We've actually seen him go on the under in 2 out of the last 5 games, and they do face off against none other than the Washington Wizards. Now, we look at the Washington Wizards, we do see that they have a great matchup, as the Washington Wizards, when we look at them, they do rank 30th when it comes to points allowed. Moving on into assists allowed, they do rank 27th, and then rebounds allowed, we also do see that the Washington Wizards rank 30th there as well. So they rank very low in all 3 categories. However, the reason why we still like the under for this situation here is due to the fact that when it comes to someone like Kyle Filipowski, he is a center, and Washington Wizards actually do a very good job at restricting points, rebounds, and assists to the center position. So we definitely see us playing a huge effect coming into this matchup. We do like the under for this situation due to that reason. Now, his average over the last 5 is 27.8, so just slightly above this line, but you do also have to remember that when it comes to something like this, he's had some outlier games against easier teams, but with a tougher team like Wizards, in a sense that they do a great job at restricting centers, we definitely see someone like Kyle Filipowski struggling, and we may see him go on the under in this one. So for that reason, we are definitely sticking to the under for this situation here. When we also look further, when we look at what the bookies are saying, the bookies also have him favored for the under as well. So that works out in our favor there. So for that reason, keep an eye out for the under for this one. So Kyle Filipowski, 27.5 points, rebs, and assists for less, I think is a fantastic pick. Now getting to the next one, we're going to be talking about Al Horford. So Al Horford, this one is a great one for 10.5 points, and this one actually is for less. Now look at Kyle and also Al. Moving on into Al. Horford has gone on the under in 3 out of the last 5 games, and they do face off against none other than the Portland Trail Blazers. Now we look at the Portland Trail Blazers. Although they are a pretty poor team, they rank pretty decently mid-tier when it comes to points allowed, as they do rank 18th. So they do actually rank 18th when it comes to points allowed. Yes, it may not be that high, but Portland actually do a really good job at restricting points to the big man position. So we definitely see him going on the under in this one. And for that reason, we are definitely liking the under due to the fact that Al Horford usually and has consistently gone on the under over the last 5. His average over the last 5 is 9.6. Had a game against Denver where he did have 19 points, but we think that was a little bit more of an outlier game. It's pushed this line a little bit too high, that now there's a lot more value actually to go on the under. So for that reason, we are definitely sticking to the under for this one. Like we mentioned in the others as well, when we look at what the bookies are saying, the bookies also have him favored for the under as well. So that works out in our favor there. So we are going to be following with what the bookies are saying. So Al Horford, 10.5 points for less, I think is a great pick. As you all know, I do want to get these picks out to you as soon as possible, but Prizepicks is delayed with some of their lines. So here are a couple of players you should definitely watch out for when their lines drop. So first player we're going to be talking about is none other than Tyler Herro. So Tyler Herro, great player for the Miami Heat, and he's been averaging 23.9 points, 5.4 rebounds, 5.7 assists, while also shooting 45.9% from the field. So he's done a fantastic job for none other than the Miami Heat, and the Miami Heat do have themselves a great matchup against none other than the Cleveland Cavaliers. Now we look at the Cleveland Cavaliers, as we all know, Cavaliers are a great team. They also do rank 10th when it comes to points allowed, which is interesting to see. 7th in assists allowed, and then when it comes to rebounds allowed, they do rank 9th. So they rank very well in all 3 categories, and for that reason, we do very much like the under for this situation here for someone like Tyler Herro. Now, Herro has done pretty well, especially ever since Jimmy Butler has left the team, but with a team like Cavaliers, a lot of the defensive attention is going to be on Tyler, and we do believe Cavaliers are going to do a great job and are really going to focus a lot of their defensive abilities on restricting Tyler Herro as much as possible. So for that reason, we do very much like the under for this situation here, and we definitely see someone like Tyler Herro going on the under due to this reason. So for that reason, definitely keep an eye out for Tyler Herro. I think points, rebounds, and assists, it doesn't really matter which one of his lines. It's a lot of value there to go on the under, especially against a matchup against the Cavaliers. On top of this, when we also look at the pace between these two teams, there isn't a lot of pace. It is going to be a very slow-paced game, and we definitely see that being a huge factor, and can definitely see him going on the under here. So for that reason, definitely keep an eye out for Tyler Herro for the under. Keep an eye out for the line. If it is too close to his averages, then definitely look to go on the under. Now getting to the next player, we're going to be talking about Giannis Antetokounmpo. So Giannis has been absolutely balling out, averaging 30.9 points, 12.1 rebounds, 5.9 assists, while also shooting 60.6% from the field. So he's done a great job for the Milwaukee Bucks, and the Milwaukee Bucks do have themselves a great matchup against the Dallas Mavericks. Now we look at the Dallas Mavericks, we do see that they rank 16th when it comes to points allowed. Moving on into assists allowed, we see that the Mavericks rank 15th, and then rebounds allowed, we also do see that the Mavericks rank 21. So they rank pretty mid to low tier in all 3 categories, and we definitely see someone like Giannis going on the over here due to the fact that Dallas rank very low in all 3 categories. We definitely see that being enough to see him go on the over due to the fact that Dallas have also lost their star player Kyrie Irving due to an injury. So, Dallas Mavericks are probably in a very bad decision and an actual position as well. And I think Giannis Antetokounmpo is going to be able to take advantage of this and go on the over there. Now, Giannis does have a great usage rate in all 3 departments, whether it's points, rebounds, and assists. And for that reason, we do very much like the over in all 3 categories. So, it's really up to you which one you want to choose. Since Giannis has such a high usage rate, there's definitely a lot of possibility in either one. So when it comes to this matchup as well, Milwaukee Bucks, Dallas, we are expecting a decent amount of pace. Nothing too crazy, but definitely enough pace to see the amount of volume that Giannis needs to be able to go on the over here. On top of that, Dallas also do a pretty poor job at restricting points, rebounds, and assists to the power forward position. So that definitely helps out there. And with a lot of the injuries that Dallas are making, we definitely see that being a big problem, as there are a lot of injuries for this Dallas team, which definitely could lead to his, over very easily. So keep an eye out for Giannis Antetokounmpo's line. I see a lot of value there to go on the over, so keep an eye out for it. Now getting to the next player, we're going to be talking about Michael Porter Jr. So MPJ from the Denver Nuggets has been doing great, averaging 18.5 points, 6.8 rebounds, 2.2 assists, while also shooting 51 or 50.9% from the field. So pretty much 51 there. Now the Denver Nuggets do have themselves a great matchup against the Sacramento Kings. It is going to be a very exciting game. The Kings do rank 21st when it comes to points allowed, and moving on to assists allowed, we see that the Kings do rank, a little bit in that similar category or in that similar range as a ranked 22nd. And then rebounds allowed, we also do see that the Kings rank a little bit better as a ranked 12th. So even though they rank a little bit better in that rebounding category, we definitely still see them in the lower and mid tier. And we definitely see that being enough to see someone like Michael Porter Jr. go on the over here. A big reason for this as well is that when it comes to MPJ, he does play the small forward position, and Sacramento Kings actually do a very poor job, especially against the small forward position. So we definitely see someone like Michael Porter Jr. being able to take advantage of this and going on the over here. Now when it comes to MPJ and also this matchup between the Nuggets and Kings are a very fast-paced team, and we are expecting, as Kings do a really good job at speeding up slower-paced teams, so we see Nuggets and MPJ going up to the pace of Kings, so we should see a lot more volume from MPJ to be able to go on the over. So we definitely see that being a huge plus for MPJ, and it should definitely help him go on the over pretty easily.